the Young Dolph camera footage is missing. Somebody stole it out of the evidence room, and basically they knew that this was the evidence that was gonna get everybody taken down. So what they did was they came in after Big Jook and Govan already went and had the interrogation rooms. Somebody scoped out the place and figured out where they were hiding the Young Dolph footage, and they snuck into the room and took the actual tapes and everything like that, because at first they seized it from Makita's computers. The minute that they got there, they took everything out of there. And even back then they were trying to destroy the computers before MPD got there. It was a whole 20-30 minutes before anybody responded to the phone calls of 911 for Young Dolph. And so during that time, the cookie shop owner and all the employees, they were in the back watching the footage. It's guaranteed. There's no way that something like that happens and then you don't go and run and replay the footage. Like, somebody just came in and shot the place up. You telling me that you didn't look at the footage for 30 minutes until the 12 showed up? Because the owner of the cookie shop and the police officers that responded, they were watching the footage in that office room trying to figure stuff out. This is what they were doing the whole entire time while the paramedics was assisting Young Dolph and trying to actually secure the perimeter of the parking lot and the scene. Young Dolph came to Makita's because he was renting out the parking lot to do the turkey drive. If you guys are fans of Young Dolph, you want to get justice and you want to see the Young Dolph footage, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button and comment LLYD, put the dolphin emoji, long live Young Dolph, and let me know where y'all from. Now they're looking at everybody as a potential suspect because they know that the people that's been around, they know where the footage tape went. Makita's workers told all their friends and everybody that they're close to and that they know what happened to the footage. Remember, they're the ones who were inside the cookie shop, inside the business, while the actual enforcement and authorities were coming in, taking items, taking evidence, and they were taking statements from everybody. So the people working at that cookie shop, they knew what was going on. They knew what they did to the footage, where they took it to, who came and confiscated it and everything like that. And they were back there watching it, replaying it, seeing what had happened to try to all come up with a story of what they were going to say, because they had to stick to the same story. Then that's when Raven, she came up and then she said one thing but then started contradicting herself in the interviews. So she gave two completely different ways that this whole thing happened. And the first time she said that her dad was there and everything like that. What does the footage show? Does the footage show that the Makita's owner was already inside the shop? Because if that did happen, then it's a major problem, because that means something went on in there that they don't want nobody to know. That's why they're saying he wasn't in the shop. He was in the shop. It happened inside the shop. It happened outside of the shop. The only reason why somebody would give all these contradicting statements is if they know that they're trying to hide something, and so this is their way of reacting. The nerves kick in. The nerves kick in. People start slipping up and messing up, and that's how they get caught in the major whole lie and everything like that. So when they came back and asked her the second time, okay, from what happened, she said, to my understanding, it was inside the shop. And then she said, yeah, the owner was there. He was already inside there when everything went down. Then she changed it to, oh, you know what? He was actually just about to pull up when it happened, and then he walked in and saw everybody ducking. They even said that he didn't even know Young Dolph got hit and laying down on the ground. How do you not? He was yelling. Dolph was yelling for help, trying to tell him to help him and everything like that. They walked right past him and went to the footage and made sure to delete everything, and they started taking stuff down. They started deleting all the files and text messages from Young Dolph. They started deleting everything. They were texting Gotti about Young Dolph's location and all the stuff going on with the turkey drive, because this was the primary reason why they were actually at the cookie shop. Dolph was setting up his annual turkey drive. He wanted to have it at the cookie shop because he owned the businesses that were literally next door and across the street. So Dolph was about to have a whole entire block party and everything like that. And that location is in North Memphis. This is Gotti's old neighborhood where Gotti used to walk and wait for the bus stop and everything like that. And so this is what made Gotti mad. Once he found out that Young Dolph just took over his old hood and his old block and is now they're painting a King Dolph mural and everything there, then basically he pretty much boiled over and was like, no, he can't do that, man. And the hate and all that, the jealousy, the envy, it got to Yo Gotti. And this is why he made the phone call to Bigjook and Govan and told him whatever amount of money he got to put on Dolph's head, double it, triple it, or whatever like that. This is what got a lot of the street dudes up and moving. They started following Young Dolph. All they had to do was make the call to the cookie shop. The cookie shop said, we have the location of the individual. They said, Young Dolph is coming to the parking lot. He's going to do this, this, and that. They try to say, okay, tell Dolph to come in early in the morning, because they wanted it to where it was early in the morning before the event started. So that way it was just Dolph there. And they found the way. They told everybody to start following Dolph and pull up to the cookie shop. Once the cookie shop people came in and opened the door, remember Raven said she came and unlocked the cookie shop and opened it up for business that morning, and it was her and her mom. They opened the back door, the front door, they unlocked everything. They called Young Dolph and told him to hurry up and come. It was an emergency. Then as soon as they got there, everything already happened. Dudes was waiting right there. The guys inside the shop, the dudes with the dreads standing at the back door that the witnesses saw, and they ran away. The guys that were waiting and ambushed Dolph, they ran out the back door, side door. One of them jumped into the car next to the Family Dollar. It looked like somebody was already waiting for them. It looked like it was Makita Raven's boyfriend, 901 Trigger Trey. Allegedly, this is what a lot of people said, because of the car that they had. It was the same truck. It was the Ford truck 901 Trigger Trey has. So they jumped into that. The other guys, they ran through the back forest, because if you know the back of Makita's, anybody from Memphis would know the back of Makita's is all these trees and forests behind that neighborhood on Joy Lane and Pecan. And so what they did was they took the straps and threw them in the bushes in the woods back there. They tried to break them and everything like that. Then that's why everybody ran and scattered in different directions. And this was so many people standing in front at the crass curb and everything, recorded. All these witnesses were there. They seen so many people that when they asked them which way did they run, they were like, they didn't run, they're in a white Mustang, they went that way, and they pointed at the whole opposite direction. Y'all ever seen when security or 12 is chasing somebody and you don't want the person to get in trouble because the cops are chasing them? So then the cops ask the people, they're like, which way did he go? And they tell him the wrong way. That's exactly what happened, man. They asked which way did Dolph suspects and shooters go, and they're like, they told him the wrong way. It was a white Benz. It was a white Benz, and the lady literally saw it. She saw the dudes run in there. She ducked, pulled up, she caught him on video, and she told him that it was a Mustang instead of the Benz. And so this is how a lot of people that was already on the scene at the cookie shop, it was people who was put there to tell, like, and say that, oh, it was someone else and this and that. They had people there so they could film it and send the footage to Yo Gotti and everybody like that, and to throw off the first responders so that the guys could get away. They had people waiting there to pretty much give them the wrong info and send them on a wild goose chase while they're dumping the car, and then they throwing away the mask and the gloves. This is how everybody got out of that jam. This is how everything got done so quick, and then they literally got out of town by the time they realized that the lady who told them it was a white Mustang whole time was wrong. Actually, it was a white Benz, and they sent them the whole opposite side of Memphis while the dudes was finishing handling their business and hiding out and stuff on the other side of Memphis. That's when Straight dropped, Cornelia Smith and all of them. They like dumped the car off at Bradley Street. Then they got in the other getaway car. They said that it was the Bentley, was driving around picking dudes up and dropping them off. That's when they dropped Yo Gotti off. He tried to go live, then he delete his whole IG. This is what got the whole suspicion looking. They were like texting Yo Gotti on his live. They're like, dang, Dolph just got hit up and you went live like 5 minutes after it. And it looked like Yo Gotti was trying to fly on the jet to Atlanta. And so this is what his alibi was, but he realized that you can't go live if you in the air. So him going live, it was showing that he was still in Memphis on airways, and that's what the feds ended up picking up when they got the phone signals. They got Moneybagyo, Govan, Black Youngster, everybody's phone records, and they found out that Yo Gotti's location pinged to airways right by the cookie shop when all of this happened at the time that they called 911 for Dolph. And so this is why this whole thing is turning into a big investigation. They're about to take down all of the dudes who's involved in getting young Dolph, and it's about to be justice. If y'all want to see the justice, and if y'all support Dolph, go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment.